Good afternoon from London. It's a bright, sunny spring afternoon. Bit cold, but never mind. And hello to all dear comrades, friends, and supporters from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, an official delegate of KFA for the UK, and of course the owner of this very self-same channel, Songam 007, the militant voice of Songam and Juche in the UK, defending people's career with no ifs or buts, and our channel will not be silenced. Today I'm just going to give a very short presentation on the 79th anniversary of the Agrarian Reform or land reform in people's career, which I think is actually a very significant anniversary because it made the farmers, the agricultural working people, the masters of the land. It was on the 5th of March, some 79 years ago, in 1946, that the Provisional People's Committee of North Korea proclaimed the law of agrarian reform. The law confiscated without compensation the land of landlords with more than 5 hectares of land and distributed it totally free of charge to the landless and land short farmers. It was the most radical and revolutionary land reform ever carried out in history. It was quite different to land reforms carried out in other countries, and some socialist countries did pay very limited compensation to former land owners, and in some cases there were charges for the land. And some third world countries also proclaimed they were carrying out land reform, but in reality had the policy of willing seller, willing buyer, which meant it wasn't really a land reform at all. Anyway, in people's career, the Agrarian Reform law smashed the chains of ossified feudalism that had existed for centuries upon centuries. It freed farmers from the exploitation and oppression of cruel landlords and made them masters of the land. Indeed, more than simply masters of the land, it made them masters of their own fate and masters of the country, and obviously masters of the very soil that they were tilling. The Agrarian Reform law in people's career broke the fetters on the rural productive forces and led to a big upsurge in agricultural production. It marked a fundamental and irreversible redistribution of wealth and power in the northern part of Korea, people's Korea. Thanks to the Agrarian Reform and later measures in the building of socialism, people's Korea is one of the most egalitarian societies in the whole world, without big private landed estates. Since the enactment of the Agrarian Reform law, the socialist agricultural working people have triumphantly marched along the road of Juche-orientated socialist agricultural development, and it is really a very great achievement. Anyone who's been to people's career and seen the countryside will, see that it is a wonderful socialist countryside free from exploitation and oppression. And in countries like Britain, we still have huge landed estates. In the countryside, there are big landowners, and also in urban areas, there are big landowners like the Duke of Westminster and the Earl of Chelsea, and of course the royal family themselves. And in Britain, we still have the scandal of leasehold property, a sort of semi-feudal residue, which means that people buy a property, but they don't really own it. Anyway, that it is all a thing of the past in people's career. There's no landlords or big landowners in people's career, thanks to the outstanding leadership of the great leader, President Kim Il sung. Thank you for very much for watching this short video. There'd be another one about the outrageous censorship of Google on against the Korean Friendship Association of the UK. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel, or better still, just hit the subscribe button. Will be having a number of events coming up online, but hopefully some in real life. We've got a reading session on March 15th and a film night on March 31st, so please check those out. Also, check out the books on the link to our lulu.com site, and we will be making an important announcement about books very soon. And lastly, you can donate to KFA UK and myself. There'd be a link in the description. Thank you very much for watching today. Goodbye and see you all again soon.